Hi, I'm Erin from Vintage Fitness. I'm going to be taking you through the top strengthening and stretching exercises for older adults. The first one is a functional strengthening exercise for the big muscles in your legs, your quadriceps. Stand in front of a chair. Make sure the chair is backed into a wall so it's safe. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Pull the abdominal muscles in nice and tight. You're going to step a few inches from the base of the chair. You're going to sit down into the chair and stand up from the chair. So to make this easier, you can use your hands to push into the legs to help you a little bit. To make it harder, you're going to slow the movement right down to challenge your leg muscles, or you can use some weights in your hands and hold on to the weights as you go down and as you come back up. Make sure you keep a nice tall posture and that you're far enough away from the chair that your knee isn't coming over your toe. This exercise is stretching out the chest muscles, and it's a great one for posture. Often as we age, you start to slump forward a bit, and that's because you're weak and tight in the chest. If your chest and shoulders are quite tight, one option is to grab the back of your chair, scoot your bum to the front of the chair, and sink forward to get a nice stretch in that chest. If you have quite good flexibility in your chest and your shoulders, try clasping the hands together and doing the same exercise. It's just a touch harder. So this is a great exercise to strengthen the legs, particularly the inner thighs, and also do some balance work. So as always, you're going to stand up nice and tall, drop the shoulders back and down. The chair is here if you need it to help keep you stable. Take a big step across, drag the foot, stand up tall, and then step the other way. Drag the foot along with you and stand up tall. To make this exercise a bit harder, if you have an ankle weight, you can use an ankle weight to make it harder, or really put a lot of pressure in your foot as you drag it along the floor. You should hear the foot dragging along the floor. You should feel the work in your inner thigh. This exercise is to strengthen the back muscles. Often as we age, just as you slouch forward, your chest gets weak and tight and the back muscles get quite loose. So what you want to do is try to strengthen the back muscles. This is a great exercise to do because you don't need any equipment, which is unusual for a back exercise. Clasp hold of either side of the door, bend a little bit so you're getting a bit of strengthening in the legs. Pull yourself towards the door without hitting your nose, and then pull away. Towards the door and pull away. So to make this easier, you're going to stand up taller with a flat back. To make this harder, you're going to sit lower. This is challenging. This is a great exercise. As you do it, keep your shoulders dropped down. So don't slouch forward. Drop them down and feel the work in the legs and in the upper back. This next exercise is great for balance, and it's really good to work the muscles that line the spine, the erector spinae. I'll show you an option on the hands and knees, and I'll also show you one standing if you have trouble getting right down onto the floor. If you can get on the floor, it's great to be able to do it. So you extend opposite arm, opposite leg, reach, looking down here, finding length in the spine, and then you alternate. I'm going to try to work up to about 8 to 10 repetitions of this one on either side. And you can hold it longer if you want to make it more challenging. So the standing option of the exercise I just showed you, hold onto the wall if you need it for balance, and you're doing the same thing. You're extending opposite arm, opposite leg. Strengthening out. Here you're getting a little bit more work in the butt and a bit more balance work. To make it harder, you're slowing the exercise down. And this exercise is an abdominal strengthener, and it can be made easier or harder. To make it easier, you just stay in this position and you pull the abdominals tight, pulling the belly in, and you relax it, and pull it in, and relax it. To make it more challenging, you can step the hands forward a little bit, and do the same thing. Pull the belly in, and relax, working your transverse abdominis here, which actually helps to support your low back. So if you suffer from low back pain, this may really, really help you out. To make it even harder, you can drop down on the elbows and just hold for about 30 seconds, looking down. Relaxing the shoulders here and pulling the belly in, the abdominal muscles in nice and tight. Starting on your hands and knees, so your hands are lined up under your shoulders and the knees are lined up just under your hips. Look right down, and this is actually called cat-cow, or some people call it cat-camel. You curl the back up, tucking that head down. As you exhale, inhale, and looking right up, slight arch in the back. Great for the posture, great for stretching out all of those tight back muscles. And ending with a nice neutral flat back there. A really good way to strengthen your chest without having to go down on the floor is a wall push-up. So to get into a wall push-up, you stand about 3 feet away from the wall, about arm's distance. You line your hands up with your shoulders. You stand up nice and tall. You bend your elbows, nose going towards the wall, and then you push away. Try to do this about 10 times. To make it harder as you get stronger, you step farther back from the wall and do the same thing. Bend, looking at the wall, and push away. Bend and push away. Good. This last stretch is your reward for all of your hard work. So what you're going to do is you're going to sink your bum right back down to the feet and bring the hands forward. You can just let the head dangle, or if you can, drop it down and get a nice stretch in the back, in the shoulders, and just start to slow your breathing down here. So an alternative to the stretch I just showed you is the child's pose stretch, which we just did on the mat. If you have a hard time getting down to the mat, you can try this alternative stretch behind your chair. So standing up nice and tall, you're going to step right back, big step back. Hold on to the back of the chair and just, with a flat back, lower yourself down and almost like you're bringing your hips up towards the sky. Getting a nice stretch through the back, looking right down and relaxing the head.